question was, what is our objective, and why are we here? And maybe I could just use a parable of the Good Shepherd. You know, in the parable of the Good Shepherd left the 99 and went out to rescue the one. We are here because there is a strong coalition, but a small coalition of ranchers that have asked for our help. This doesn't get out to the media, but they usually come to us at night, and now they're getting brave enough to come during the day. But for the first several days at night, we spent all the nights sitting and talking to these ranchers coming to hear us, to express their concerns. And what has been is the most common theme is that if we stand up, then we'll have reprisals against us and our ranch, like the Hammonds are getting against their ranch. And the concern is if we stand up and try to exert, some independence and some freedom upon our own ranches, and will you guys leave us? Will you abandon us? If we stand up and then when things get really hard, will you run away, and then will we lose our ranches like the rest of the ranchers that have lost theirs? So real concerns is their livelihood, it's their heritage. And so there's a fear because of what has happened over the decades and what has happened just now with the Hammond family thrown back in prison. And so back to the parable of the one. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a republic wherein the rights of the individual are protected against the tyranny of the majority. A democracy, the simplest definition of democracy, is two wolves and a lamb sitting down trying to decide what is for dinner. And so this coalition of ranchers from this community are like that sheep, and you have the wolves wanting to control that sheep. And as long as there is just one rancher left here saying, please help me, Mr. Finicum, I will stand, but please help me hold on my ranch, help me to be a free man on my ranch, help me to be able to recognize my county as the proper form of government, the proper government I should be accountable to, and my state, but please free me from the overlord and the oppression of the federal power. And so as long as, for me, LaVoy Finicum, as long as there is one rancher saying, LaVoy, don't go, I'll stand beside him. As soon as there's not one rancher that wants me to be here, then I must go, because then if I was to stay, I would be like the federal government. I am here for your good. I am going to help you whether you like it or not. And that is not what we're here for. They have asked for our help, if that's not what's being portrayed. But I have sat down and talked to them. I've seen our conference room filled with them. They have organized, they have voted, they have created an organization on their own. My goal after that is I want to be home as soon as possible, but I will not leave, until the job is done. And the job is done is when they're free, that when the county is recognized in its proper role and proper place, and when the federal government in this place in Harney County returns back to the confines of the law, that they are not to be bringing their forces and their control down to the state and county levels and entwining themselves into every aspect of our lives. The things of the state or the federal government belong to the federal government. See, a lot of times people try to portray me as I want to overthrow the government. I'm a radical. But no, I believe in government. We need government. I believe in the federal government. We need the federal government. Well, what do we need it for? Well, we need it to protect our borders, don't we? We need it to defend our nation from other nations that may become aggressive. We got to have that federal government. And then we need them to make sure that commerce stays regular between the states. Not regulate every aspect of commerce. Okay, let's keep that straight. And then just a few other narrowly defined responsibilities as outlined in the Supreme Law of the land. We need that. But we need the federal government to quit being lawless. They need to return to the confines of the law which we the people placed upon them. And the states, they need to be free without the oppression of the federal government, threat of the federal government, to deal with the things of the state level. And the counties need to be free to deal with the things at the county level, okay? Now, for example, there's no way I can pick up the phone and get hold of John McCain and sit down and talk with him. He's my state senator from Arizona. I can't get hold of Jeff Flake. You know, you can get online and they'll give you platitudes that we'll pass this along. But I can pick up the phone, and I have done, and get hold of my county supervisor, county commissioner. He'll talk with me. I can have face-to-face, have done. I can pick up the phone, talk to my county sheriff, you know, and I can sit down and talk to him face-to-face, and have done. But I cannot sit down and pick up the phone, get a hold of Miss Loretta Lynch, and she is not going to give me time to sit down and talk to her. So that is not a representative form of government, you know, and so we're here, basically, I don't want to get too long-winded, we're here to help the ranchers that have asked for our help. And at the moment that there is no longer one rancher that says, we don't want you here, I'm gone. But what we're hoping, or what is happening, is these ranchers are saying, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Help us to get this down, and then we will take it over, and we will do it. And at that moment, we go, whew, thank you, there's the baton, and we are gone. But we promise you, Harney County, you ranchers and you loggers and you farmers and you citizens that want to be free from the federal overlord, that at any moment, once that baton is passed, that if the federal government once again tries to re-exert their force over your ranch or over your water rights, you need to deal at the county level with that. We shall return to stand between you and them. So we will leave, but with the explicit understanding, we will not abandon you if they come back to re-exert control over you. And so it's about the one, but it's a whole lot more than one here. There's a lot here. And so I hope that kind of clarifies it.
You want to stop that one, Steve? Beautiful, LaVoy. Really good. We need to get ready to get that up on YouTube.
Oh, I agree, but at this point, let's go away from the media. Let's go away from getting that message out. And I think that we need to continue with the brass tacks discussion.
I have a question. Have you told this story to the media that you just told it?
You know how many thousands of times I've done it? We teach, we talk, hours after hours.
I've seen little bits, but they're controlling it. They want.
That's it. They're the gatekeepers, and so
we can control the message if we can get down to brass tacks and be very clear where everybody's coming from, and also and define roles. So I'm gonna let Todd.
Well, no. So we kind of took a detour to do that, but it was worth doing because.
Great insight.
Anyway, we need to LaVoy, keep talking about the objectives. We all agree those are worthwhile objectives.
Let's talk a little bit here in specifics, because it's a plan, and it is moving, it is rolling. There is a committee that has been formed that this community themselves has organized and elected. They call it a committee of safety. They come here, they meet in the conference room with other ranchers, and they say, how is it that we may take control? Please do not let this right now get out.
No, I'm not. That's why nothing's being recorded.
Okay.
This is off the record.
Okay. They are preparing themselves to come in and this is not a federal building. This is Harney County Resource Center. Okay, the signs have been made, they're created, and in the next day or two, the citizens of this county will come up here and put that sign up on that thing saying, this is the county buildings, county's resource center. They will come down here, they'll begin to transact their business. They'll set up where they can begin to interface with the ranchers, the deeds, and stuff to begin this untwine the federal transactions, because there's myriad of them over decades, several decades, and to re-exert.
Short taste. We just need to be short because we only got so much time. So I'm going to interject one question, go on to the next point. The question is, have you researched at the county courthouse how the deed is recorded on this property?
Well, we couldn't get in, okay? So I'm working because they've locked it down.
Okay, that's fine. I've seen the lockdown. I'm just wondering if we've done that.
No, not yet. We've got to do that. We will be done. This is going to take.
Steve, make notes about those kind of questions. Let's not derail this discussion.
So that's what. See, this is a a long-term objective. This is where the county will come in here and use their county resource center to untwine that, and we're gonna be gone. They're gonna continue to work. We're getting the heck out of Dodge. We're going home.
Right.
But they will be protected.
So here, I have a question. It's not, are there people among those ranchers who are capable, have the leadership, the backbone and stuff that are willing to step up to the plate? Because placing those signs and everything, that needs to be locals doing that.
That's what we just said. We're not doing it.
I know.
Out of the picture, their counties, their elected people.
I agree,
they come
but
and
are
go.
there people
They got
that
the
are
sign
stepping
in
up
their
to the
hand.
plate?
The signs are made. The signs in hand. They may do it today.
Okay.
And they may do it
They're just
tomorrow.
replacing all the old signs.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Sure,
That's
but you're seeing locals who are becoming enabled enough, strengthened
encouraged,
enough that they're willing to
emboldened.
take those steps.
They have the signs, the signs in hand. They took them last night back to their committees to try to talk about the days when they will do that.
Because here's the thing, LaVoy, if you're going to help them, they have to stand up and show their faces because they are not.
Our face is not to be there. Our face is to be
I'm saying,
out of sight.
It's got to happen quickly though, because that's what we're
I'm
getting
hoping today. I'm hoping today. If not, it has got to be tomorrow. It has got to go quickly. But the signs are made. So, yes.
We're gonna have a short meeting.
Who?
Our group.
Okay.
As soon as, anyway, when we get done, we have to, but don't run off till I.
Okay. And I've got family coming in about 8:30 that I'm going to go up and bring down and stuff. So anyway, yes, that is the objective, is to strengthen them, hand them the baton, leave, and promise that we'll come back if they begin to be impressed again. We're to be a see, for example, we need no more people here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in fact, says we got enough, because what's happened, the militias need to stay way out there. They have gone to the Fed. They're stacking up all their armaments. Leave them alone. Says, we're going to leave you alone. We're out here. Says, don't do crazy with them. Don't do crazy. But we promise you, we have no control over this. We promise you, if you do crazy with those people there, we do crazy. So if they go crazy, the world goes crazy. Okay, you're sitting on a powder cake. All right, you may not understand, or you may do. You may understand. There's a fuse sitting here, and there's matches here and here. We gotta keep that from going off. But this is how they're going to try to make it go off. They will send provocateurs, like they've done already, come running down in here, and they'll try to get that ignite. They're looking for a gunshot. They're looking for somebody to get shot. And once that's done, they want to unleash the hounds of hell, and take us out. And she's working really hard to paint us crazy. And at the point they say we got enough of the world behind us, then we need a flashpoint. There's a flashpoint. We gotta save our country. Boom! And we're out. We're heroes. We have saved the day, and we've taken out these radical redneck hick terrorists. And we are the good people, and America will stand up and applaud and say, thank you so much.
No, that's the script.